This is the best of the Rob, Arnie, and Dawn Show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, baby.
Here we go.
It's Dr. Rob,
Yeah, hi.
the doctor of love.
And other crap.
Dr. Rob.
Phone number 888-390-9850. We spent a long time yesterday on foreclosures, the economy, the housing crisis. People are very concerned. We're going to do a little more of that today. We have traditional relationship letters and some life crisis issues as well. Hello there, Ken.
Hey, Dr.
Hey.
Rob.
Yeah.
Hi.
What's up?
Hey, well, I'm driving around right now with a 3-foot snake in my truck, and it's not a clever metaphor. Yesterday, my little son was playing with his corn snake, and he managed to get it into the dashboard, and it is just eating a mouse, so it's not hungry,
Right.
and I wondered if you have any advice on how I can get this thing wherever it is out.
Set your car on fire.
Somebody's feet.
Yeah. So, well, yes, that's lovely advice from Dawn. She would like you to kill your son's pet.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
very nice of you.
That will teach him an outstanding lesson.
Well, and burn your car up.
So your son has a pet snake that's about 3 feet long that got into your truck since he's just eaten. He's not interested in coming out because he's hungry, and of course he likes being inside your truck because it's warm and safe and dark. Do
Exactly.
I have all that right?
Exactly.
God.
And he's somewhere up in the dashboard.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to turn this over to the expertise of others, Ken. Our phone number is 888-390-9850. I'm sure there's a way. I don't have a great way to coax a snake out if he's not hungry. Obviously, we don't want to start burning cars or chainsawing dashboards.
No, you don't want to do that. Especially, if your kid likes a snake. I mean, if it was just found, if the kid just found the snake and he doesn't like it,
That's
I'd trade
different.
my car in.
Yeah, that's different.
I'd just trade it in for a new one.
Without mentioning the snake.
Totally don't mention the snake. Here's one idea that I do have for you, and maybe this will help. Find an oboe player.
All right.
Isn't that a clarinet?
No.
All right, let's while we wait for those calls, let's revisit yesterday's topic of the mortgage crisis. We're going to do listener mail later on.
Rob, that sounds like an email sent by somebody who needs your help, my friend, because you are. Hello down there.
Thank you.
I'm having a problem with my speech. Can you help me?
Now, this is actually more of a helpful encouragement letter more than somebody who needs help on the issue of foreclosures and the mortgage crisis, so I thought I would start with this. It comes from Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
Hey, Rob, I just
Hi,
want
Bob.
everyone to know there is hope for people. They just need to decide how bad do they want to take care of their financial responsibilities. I've been self-employed for about 5 years now. In 2006, I made $350,000.
Wow, cha-ching.
Life was great. And then in December, I got hurt.
Oh.
2 surgeries, and 8 months later, I was released and physically able to go to work. But for 2007, I was $58,000 in the hole.
Oh, Jesus.
My business was gone, and I had to start all over. When I ran out of money during my recovery, I was in constant contact with my mortgage company, letting them know what was going on. I swallowed my pride, and I went to get a real job to pay the mortgage. When I got a job, I was still $9,000 behind on my mortgage. I tried the repayment plan, and that didn't work. It was a crazy high payment. Finally, I just told my mortgage company, I need more help. If you can't refinance my loan to an affordable payment, then I'm going to let my house go to foreclosure. I told them I didn't want to give up my house any more than they wanted to take it. About a week after that conversation, I got some papers from my mortgage company. They refinanced my loan at no cost to me, gave me a 30-year fixed rate at 6.25%, which I still need to work to pay for. And by the way, the point of this letter is, obviously, this guy had a few things going for him. The fact that 2 years ago his earning potential was enormous, more than 99% of most people will make. That was working in his favor. But he is right in his position. Banks don't want to foreclose on you. They lose money too. They get less for that house when they go into the open market or the short sell. So it's at least worth trying to exhaust all these options. It's an inspirational story, and I appreciate Bob writing.
You know what? It sounds like something that maybe you wouldn't think of that you do with your credit cards, but that it works also if you use that same persistent attitude and that same, I really want to work with you, I really don't want to lose this, and just because obviously it's a house and it's a much bigger payment than maybe what your credit card is, this proves they really do want to work with you, and you just got to really be persistent with them and maybe talking with them every day or every other day. Just be there on top of it.
And it sounds like Bob didn't have Aflac, because with Aflac, it doesn't hurt to miss work.
Let's go back to the man whose son's pet snake is stuck in his truck and see if we can help him out. Hello there, Eric.
Hey, how you doing? Good
Hey,
morning.
what's up, buddy?
Hi.
Not much. Hey, first, the guy's dumb for letting the snake out loose in the car.
All right.
That's
Well,
not helpful.
thank you.
That's not
Appreciate that.
God.
That's like going to the doctor.
Yeah.
Well, you're a real idiot for gaining these 50 pounds.
Way to go, dumbass.
How dare you get exposed to the cold virus?
Wow, can you still help me, though, doctor?
All right, Eric, what's your advice?
Yes.
If you leave a heat source in the car at night, say a small heat lamp or something like that, when the car goes down in temperature in the evening time, the snake is going to draw towards the heat source.
Great idea.
There you go.
Here's something else you can do. Put on your floorboard. Snakes love those electric blankets. And he's right. It's going to get cold tonight.
Wow.
Leave your car outside or in the garage, obviously. And as it gets cold, if there's a heat element that's operated by a battery of some kind, the snake will be attracted to that. You come out in the morning, there he is laying on the heating blanket.
There you go. Just put Put a garbage can in your the bed of your truck and light it on fire.
Not the heat source we were thinking of. Hello,
It'll still work.
Mike.
Hey,
Hi.
this is solve the guy's problem. Just turn the air conditioning up. The cold will make the snake leave the area. When he pops his head out, you grab him.
Oh, yeah, that's what you want to do right on I-5. You're just driving down the road, you got the air conditioner going, and all of a sudden, ding-dong, hello. Oh, wait, hold on a second, let me grab this snake while I'm trying to merge.
3-foot snake. Hello, Dave. Okay,
Oh,
all right,
shoot.
hanging up. All right, thank you. Hello there, Jennifer.
Hi.
Hi, Jennifer.
Same problem.
What?
And,
You have a snake in your car?
yeah, you just have to wait for it to come out. It was almost 30 days before my snake came out.
You don't think
They can pay rent?
We trapped in the trunk. It was traveling from the glove compartment to the...
and the heating element at night idea won't work?
What's that?
The heating element at night, making something elsewhere in the car hotter, like an electric blanket, won't work?
Oh, that might work, but I didn't try that.
No.
Exactly. God.
The Rob, Arnie, and Dawn Show. Rob, Arnie, and Dawn. And Dawn. You're listening to the best of Rob, Arnie, and Dawn.
Hello, Treston.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Hi, Treston.
I just wanted to mention some things about the union trade.
Yeah.
I myself have been a member of the union, Local 185, the laborers, for about 5 years now. And the unions are a really good choice if you're looking to go in a special craft. I know people who are members of Local 3, which is the operating engineers. If you make the apprenticeship program, the union will pay for you to be trained in different areas of the heavy equipment field, whether it be a dozer or an excavator. They'll house you at their training facility. They'll feed you, and it's all free. Also, the healthcare the healthcare aspect side of the unions are, I pay $33 a month to be a part of my union.
Wow.
Well, the healthcare part of it is part of what I said initially, that there's power in many to negotiate, and they go to these employers and they say, hey, all 5,000 of us aren't going to do your job unless you offer these healthcare benefits. And you're absolutely right, Tristan. And as I said, I think unions still need to be existing for certain lines of work, certain trades. And those are, I mean, look, there are so many unions still that exist that are worthless. There's a union in the broadcasting industry, for Christ's teeth.
Wow.
And in certain cities, you can't be a part of the broadcasting community in that city unless you belong to the union. And they literally have these asinine rules, like an engineer in the broadcasting community has to be the one to press buttons, and I wouldn't be able to press a button. I mean, that's a union that does not need to exist. And only in the most whacked out cities like San Francisco do the broadcasters even still belong to the. And by the way, the worst paying large city in the entire industry of broadcasting is San Francisco. They literally offer less money in San Francisco to do the same jobs that we do in Sacramento, a city that's 25 cities smaller than San Francisco. I mean, it's asinine. But I tried to make it clear. There are some good unions. There are some good professions. I appreciate you pointing all those things out.
I'm just excited to find out what that number 3 union finally means. I thought they were just all passionate Dale Earnhardt fans.
Hello, George.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, George?
How are you guys doing?
Great, man. What can we do for you?
Hey, you guys were off base on that Matthew issue about the broker who fabricated that information on their loan application.
Sure, go ahead.
He committed bank fraud. I mean, that is a criminal offense. And if he did this to 10 people in 2005 and they were foreclosed upon in 2007, that cost would be between $1 and $1.5 million. If he robbed a bank for that, he'd go to jail.
No, I know. I understand all that. And again, I apologize if I wasn't more clear. I just don't understand how any of what you just said has anything to do with Matthew, who wrote me the letter asking for advice on how to improve his life. I understand that. I understand the guy's a criminal. What I always try to do is I try to get people to focus on, because here's my concern. Matthew goes out, wastes time, energy, blood, sweat, tears to get this broker, who I agree committed fraud by telling him to sign papers that were fraudulently filled out, sent to jail. How does that improve Matthew's life? If you believe you have a moral obligation to society to turn him in and to pursue all that, great, go for it. I just didn't want Matthew to think that it was going to fix his financial problem, that he and his wife don't know how to pay for their home. And I understand you can think I'm selfish, you can think I'm a jerk. I don't waste my time and energy trying to solve other problems because I found there's a dead end to it. If it was easy for me to dedicate a little bit of my time to turn somebody in who did me wrong and help others, I would do it. But I don't like to get caught up in the lie that doing that time and time again stops society of all its ills, because for every one guy Matthew puts in jail, there's 10 more that are doing it as well, and I would go insane knowing that I wasn't making a difference.
You do not have a vindictive bone in your body, do you?
Yes.
I mean, that's the thing that amazes me about you. You and I are best friends, and we are so different. If I had the chance to throw somebody in the clink, if I had that much evidence, boom, they're gone. Present company excluded, of course.
See, and that's like one of the biggest lies with that, is because I'm in the middle of I believe Rob and Arnie on this, because I want to get back at people. I want to be vindictive. And you really believe when you're in that mindset, it's going to work. And the thing that sucks in the letter writer's case, if he helped to get the guy put away, it probably will feel good for a second until he gets home and sees that he still has the same bills and debt. And that's when you get the big wah, 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 where you wasted what you thought was good time when you could have, been over here, and you go, God, I could have been working on this instead. Damn it, because I still feel crappy about this situation.
That's because you think too much. No matter what you do, you're going to have the same crappy situation at home. You might as well get a little of enjoyment out of it.
Hello, Tom.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, what's up, T?
Hi.
Hey, I've been listening for a long time, and I just was curious. Rob, how come whenever you get challenged on a subject, you just interrupt the guy and don't let him finish what he has to say?
Well, that's not true at all. You haven't been listening long enough. You're not hearing what actually occurs. I will respond specifically to the jerk that called in the previous segment who wanted to discuss universal health care. We do have some rules on this show, and let me give you some of them. First of all, as I said, I was being honest. There's no such thing as freedom of speech on this show. Sometimes I get rid of people because they're not entertaining, or they're abusive, or they won't shut up. We have a rule. We'll let you give your point, but then when I start giving my point, shut up.
Yeah, by the way, hosts included in those rules.
Don't interrupt if I let you say. So those are just some other examples. The guy in the previous segment, though, he wanted to base the entire legitimacy of his opinion on universal health care on the fact that my opinion doesn't matter because I've never lived in a country that's had it. That is a flawed premise that is a rule on this show. We do not accept the idea that you cannot comment on something unless you've experienced it, because if that is the barometer you're going to use for everything, then no one can comment on anything ever. It's an absurd way to start a conversation, and if that's your premise, then right away whatever you have to say is flawed, because your entire prism is screwed up by your belief that because you've experienced it, you're somehow more qualified to comment on something that is fundamentally provably to be abject a failure. So that's why that guy got cut off. I let plenty of people argue with me or make their crappy points and then make them cry afterwards. Right. And I think I have a pretty good history of that.
Oh, you do, especially in this room.
Yeah. I think for future people that want to challenge Rob, the better way to have gone for that caller was, hey, in my experience when I lived in England, ... And then Rob and he could have gone back and forth, and Rob could have challenged him on because trust me, Rob will have knowledge on whatever country you mention of how their healthcare system is set up. And then there could have been a debate.
Let me just say this right now. If you're a caller and you want to call up and challenge Rob, just don't.
You better bring it.
Just don't. I mean, you better be absolutely 100,000% wrong.
Rob, Arnie, and Dawn. The Rob, Arnie, and Dawn Show. Rob, Arnie, and Dawn Show. Rob, Arnie.